Hey guys, Eric here. And today I'm going to start a new series of videos. This is going to run in tandem with my normal problem solved videos, but this I'm calling problem solved basics. And in this series of videos I'm going to go over the basic use of household tools, tools that I think everyone should have around the house, and tools that will help you get the basic handyman jobs completed around the house without necessarily always hiring an electrician, a plumber, or a handyman or something like that to do easy jobs around the house. So welcome to Problem Solve Basics. Alright, so today on the first episode of Problem Solved Basics, we're going to go over the basic use of a drill, but in particular, we're going to do pilot holes. I'm going to cover what a pilot hole is, why you should do it, when you should do it, and how to do it. So in my other problem solved videos, there are a lot of times when I mention, okay, I'm going to use a pilot hole, or I'm going to drill a pilot hole, and that may not always be clear what exactly a pilot hole is. Now, so a pilot hole basically makes it easier for you to put a screw into something. And that could be a solid piece of wood, that could be drywall, that could be anything basically. Anything you need to put a screw into, you can do a pilot hole first. So basically a pilot hole is a hole that you drill first, slightly smaller than the screw itself, to make things easier. And to demonstrate that, I'll show you what I mean. So what I've got here is I've got a hardwood dowel. This is the only piece of scrap hardwood I had around at right now. I've got particle board and stuff, but that's not really a good medium to demonstrate this on. So demonstrated it on a wooden dowel. So I've got 3 screws here. And let's say I need to put a screw through this dowel or any other piece of hardwood or particle board or drywall, as I mentioned earlier, anything like that. What I could do is I could attempt to do it with my hand screwdriver, just traditional way, put it into the dowel. And if I'm able to hold the dowel firm enough in a vise or something like that, and I put enough pressure on the screwdriver itself, I may actually be able to get this wood screw inside here. And as you can see, there's a tiny little hole right there. I may actually be able to do that, but it's going to take a long time. It's going to be really hard. Now, what else can I do? I could use an impact driver. But even then, if you don't have a pilot hole first, you can run into a lot of problems. Your impact driver can slide sideways. You won't necessarily screw the screw in properly, and it could go in crooked, it could bend, it could even break. There are a lot of things that can go wrong. So a lot of these can be alleviated if you do a pilot hole. All right, so we're gonna do a pilot hole. So the first thing is you need to take a look at the screw that you're gonna use, and you need to select a drill bit that's slightly smaller than this screw. Okay, so I'll select this drill bit, slightly smaller in diameter than the screw here. That's fine. So I'm going to check this in my drill. Just like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a hole right where I want this screw. Push this in the drill. Drill that hole. Now I've got a hole here, and it's going to be much easier for me to now screw that screw in. If I use a regular screwdriver, I can now get it started, and we can go all the way into the wood. It's much easier. That first hole I drilled, that's called a pilot hole. Pilot holes can be very helpful. They prevent injury, because if you're exerting so much pressure on the drill or impact driver, you can slide sideways, and I don't want to tell you how many accidents I've seen and how many accidents have actually happened to me doing that exact thing. So pilot holes, not only do they save you time and effort, they're also a safety mechanism. I use them in basically all of my projects. They make your work a lot easier. Thank you guys for joining me for this first episode of Problem Solved Basics on pilot holes. I'm not sure yet what my next episode is going to be on of the basic series, but as I said, I'm going to be covering the basic use of household tools in this series. I want to thank all you guys for subscribing to this channel. I recently hit 200 subscribers, and that's a milestone for me. So I'm really happy about that. Thank you everyone for supporting me. If you like this content, if you like this video, please like and subscribe this video. Leave a comment below. Feel free to ask me any questions you have about household handyman type work or anything like that. You can get a hold of me through my Instagram, which is linked in the description below, as well as my Twitter, which is also down there. If you really like this content and you really want to support this channel and so I can keep building it up, feel free to join my Patreon, which is also linked in the description down there below. Thanks again for joining me for another problem solved.